I don't know yet what exactly I'll miss the most about MGIMO University. Local jokes in German classes, the most delicious tomato soup, or daily coffee in one of the 10 cafes and canteens of the uni. Although, I do know, certainly it'll be rehearsals of the MGIMO choir, just like the opportunity to be part of something impeccable, to listen to your voice blend into a complete entity together with dozens of others, something more than just a student social life and a scholarship supplement. The MGIMO choir Próxenos is about singing in Swahili, French, English, German, Hebrew, and Hindi. It's about trembling in the knees during a solo. It's about a cozy compartment on a train, and again, the guitar songs. It's about an insane improvisation in any situation, even if you forgot the words, and about true friends who share your interests. We have been close with Alena Poluyanova, an international law student and future simultaneous interpreter, since our first year at university. We used to frantically repeat notes in cramped dressing rooms 5 minutes before going on stage. We bought plates together at the Tashkent market, and we became addicted to reading books in English on Zoom together. 5 already done. Now Alena is one of the most experienced choir members, fulfills the functions of the choir administrator.
First of all, I'd like to say that we don't have a strict structure. The duties are carried out by who's the most active and involved. As to me, I'm engaged in recruiting. That is, I'm contacting those who fill the application form, and once they're accepted, once their audition goes well, it's my job to make their integration in our community as smooth as possible. I'm also one of the altos who've been here the longest, so I make sure that everybody does their job well. Oh, and I'm also sometimes called the Vice Squad. For me, our choir is the place where I can relax and where I don't have to think about filling someone else's shoes. People around me know that they can rely on me, and I also know that they will provide me with help and support whenever I need it. I've met some incredible people here, and some of them have become my closest friends, and I'm absolutely sure that even when we take different paths, we will eventually find the way to one another. Take, for instance, Ksusha. We share our happy moments with each other, we have common hobbies apart from singing, and we cherish every moment we spend with each other, even though we don't meet so often offline. I'll definitely remember our chaotic rehearsals, our even more chaotic nights during tours, our performances, and most importantly, the feeling of being somewhere where you're always welcome and where everyone will cheer you and cheer you up, no matter what happens in your life.
Indeed, a great ship asks deep waters, especially if it is steered by such a dashing captain as our conductor, Dmitry Vlasenko. Under his leadership, the MGIMO choir has toured many Russian cities and foreign countries, such as Belgium, France, Luxembourg, Spain and Austria, and everywhere it has been warmly welcomed by the public, even in such major venues as the State Kremlin Palace and the Moscow International House of Music. And this year, Próxenos is celebrating its anniversary. We're turning 10 years old. Ta-da!
Do you speak English?
Small.
We have achieved a lot within 10 years. We have evolved. At first, of course, the lineup was quite small, but then it grew, and give or take for 10 years it was about the same, from 20 to 30 members. The coolest thing I remember, and the most significant one, is our second tour to Belgium, when we went under the Moscow government's program Days of Moscow in Belgium and Luxembourg. We gave 3 concerts in Belgium and 1 concert in Luxembourg, saw countries we have never been to. to. The choir was very warmly welcomed. Among other great projects, there is probably our last one. On a TV channel, Russia 1, we performed on the show Well All Together, Chorus. It was a new experience that we will never forget. I think it will live in our hearts forever. Conducting is an extremely difficult job itself because in addition to knowing, understanding and feeling a lot of things, you also need to be able to manage, lead and communicate. You have to be a personal psychologist for everyone, a dad, an evil man, a boss and a friend. I come to rehearsals to enjoy working with people who come here not because they are getting paid for this and not because they are forced to come here, but because they want to. They sing, they learn, they like it. And respectively, I like it because it is always 1,000 times more difficult and much less amusing to work with people who do it under pressure. And people who are on their own, who have pleasure, they share that pleasure. It turns out to be a symbiosis. I give them emotions, they give emotions to me. So there is a lot to work for, to aspire to and to grow.
But, perhaps there'll be no need to miss it, because the doors of our choir are always open, not only to MGIMO students, but also to its alumni and students from other universities and schools. So, evidently, the best is yet to come.